Hi, I want to welcome you back to looking at my video for the Attic Charm mini album I'm in the process of making. And I have a video up that shows you how to make the base pages, and rather than make another video showing you how I glue paper down to the pages, I decided just to show you what it looks like once I have all the pages matted and the magnets have been added. After I go through this, I'm going to go ahead and put them into the album and keep adding my embellishments and my journaling cards and decorate the cover, and then I'll do another video of the final project. So this is page 1, and remember I said on the video where I did the base pages that I kind of stuck with the title of the paper line of Attic Charm, and so I was thinking about being in my grandparents' house and going into their room, and so I wanted the first page to look like I was walking into the attic or walking into their room, and so I tried to make it look like 2 doors opening. So to do that, after I matted, I wanted these are actually brads, but I wanted them to have some dimension so that they would stick up and look like a doorknob. And so you can see that there is some thickness there. So to do that, all I did was I took an eyelet and I placed the brad in the eyelet upside down, and I glued it. Can you see that? And so that's what gave me that 3-dimension to make it look, and then I stuck it through, and then there's enough of the prongs that you can still open them and attach them to the other side. So that's how I made the doorknobs. And then the paper is just beautiful. And these are, I did end up adding magnets too. So I have the doors, the doorknobs, and then I have magnets placed behind them so that they can snap closed. Still have to mat my papers for the big mat for the side pocket, you know, that goes in here. The back page, I ended up taking a border punch and adding some excitement that way. Yeah, it needed a little something. Love the paper. I have some of the lace here I got from Country Craft Creations. I got quite a bit of it in this album. This is one of the charms that I got also. But for this closure, this is a brad also, and here's what I did. Let me unwrap this. So in this pocket, I just put an eyelet, and then I took some of the seam binding and I tied a knot so that it doesn't come through. And then when I close it, I just wrap it around that brad. So I didn't put the brad real snug. And then I just attached one of the charms at the end of the seam binding to give it some pizzazz. On the back of, oh, that was page 1. I was going to go through page 1 again. So page 1, front and back. Page 2 is the page that I was thinking of like opening a trunk, and so I wanted this side to kind of remind me of the buckle that's on a trunk, and so I added an eyelet on the top and the bottom and just put some seam binding in there to keep it closed. And then I'll add some embellishments here and there on this page. Here's the L pocket. I love this dress form right here, so I'm going to probably add some flowers. What I do is I put the matting of the paper on, then I put them in my book, then I add my embellishments, because then it can kind of tell me how much room I have in my actual book as to how thick my embellishments can be. So you can put a lot in L pockets. I really like those. So that's page 2 once it's matted. Page 3, I went ahead and did that Martha Stewart border punch again, and then added some of that lace from the Country Craft Creation store. And you know, this whole line of paper matches this perfectly because it's kind of that antique-y look. I'll be adding some flowers and metals and different things to this page too, but this one flips up. And this is actually 2 pockets, but I covered it with 1 sheet of paper. And the reason why I do that is because then when I put 2 tags in here, they don't flop around. They're gonna stay straight up because they're 2 individual pockets. So not only do I have the 2 individual pockets here, behind here is also 1 pocket. So I'll be putting something behind there too. On the back of this one, it was just a belly band. So this is goes all the way through. I love this paper. I like that trunk and the clock there. So I think I have some embellishments where I can actually add another clock or something on the side. I never know what it's going to look like. I don't like think it out ahead of time with my embellishments. I just grab what's in my stash and I start adding things and seeing what it looks like. But so that's page 3. Remember, this is a 5-page album. This one really is going to need some embellishing. I can't stand how it's just kind of flat right now. I do have a magnet on this page to keep it closed. And when you open it, love that lamp on that paper. And then this is actually 2 pockets. So there's going to be 2 tags coming out the side here. And again, I did the individual pockets so that the tags will stay straight and not this one, the one up here won't fall down. But I covered it with 1 sheet of paper so it looks like one big pocket, but it's not. Okay. Snap shut. And the back is just rows of pockets. So hopefully I'll get some large mat cards in there. So that will hold a lot of pictures, but it's just 2 large pockets. Kind of reminds me of stairs, you know. So there's page 4. Page 5, I really like how much color is in this paper down at the bottom here. This is a magnetic closure, so I did add a magnet. I'll be able to add a lot. I like to do things like on the corners so that I can still do something on the main part of the page. But this flips up and it does have a pocket, and I'll be putting, you know, a card in there. And then this one here flips down and also has a pocket. And then there's a lot of space here, and I'll probably leave that empty. If I do anything, it would just be like a little bling on the corner or something, but I want this to be for matting pictures. Sometimes I go in and actually put the paper down that I want to use as the mat, so that if I give it as a gift, all they have to do is add the picture and the mat's already there. I don't know what I'll do yet. Like I said, I never know until I actually get it done what it's going to look like. So that's magnetic, so it stays shut. And then the back page, this is a pocket, and I'll be putting a tag. I love tags. And on this one, I'll probably mat the front of the tags, but not the back. I think it'll help them lay flat because it is pretty tight. It'll lay flat, and I'll be able to write on the back. And I know that there's a lot of journaling opportunities for the types of pictures I would put in this kind of an album. I really want to go and bug my parents to give me some pictures of my grandparents and put it in there, and that'll be a great keepsake. Love the clock. You know, I think I have some metal hands that I might put on there and just kind of accent that clock piece. I think I might have another bird that I could put on top. I'll just have to go through my stash and see what's available. And then that just opens, and then there's another place for photos or what have you. So, like I said, I still have all the real estate in here. I've got to go in and get my pages matted for those large mat boards that go on the side. I will attach it to my book. Remember on the video I did for the base pages, I didn't show you how to do the spine because Tammy Merrill has one that is perfect. It's exactly how I do it. And so she even uses the same measurements that I would have. So I'm going to be referring to her video for you guys for that spine. But I'll attach these 5 pages to the spine, and then I go in and add my extra embellishments so that I can see how much space I have. Because I don't want the book to be too thick, you know, like it's, you know, when it's open and it's hard to get it flat. Don't know how I'm going to do a closure yet. Depends how fat the book gets. Those are all things I have to think about once I get going. So now you know the base pages, you know what it looks like with just the matting of the basic paper, and now it's time to add a little magic and add my embellishments. I'll be back with part 3. Thanks for watching. I hope that helped to see the in progress making of the book.